what they've done, they can't fix.
We are looking at the greatest catastrophe to hit mankind that I can even begin to think of.
America is in peril. It is in deep trouble. These people could care less about you and your family. They are ruthless.
I thought these were our agencies to protect our better interests, our world, our earth, our lives. What is going on here?
Look, they're covering it up. They're digging holes to bury evidence in, and eventually there'll be holes dug to bury victims.
You had better wake up and understand they own the Democrats and the Republicans.
They have finally done something which with time is going to become the most destructive, apocalyptic event in the human history.
There's generations of damage being done. People will be out of work permanently. There is, in some cases, no recovery possible, at least in our lifetime.
Are you serious? Who do these people work for?
I mean, when was it written in the Constitution that a private corporation could basically destroy the entire economy of the southern United States?
Nothing is being done to safeguard the environment, the wildlife, crops, orchards, all of that. It is all going to go down as a result of the widespread spraying of Corexit.
I know that my parish only makes up 2% of Louisiana's population, but does that make my people expendable?
Apparently the pipe broke about 1,000 feet below the seafloor, and now it's percolating up, and there's vents up to 5 to 20 miles away from the drill site that are actually coming up to the surface with these giant plumes. So they estimate conservatively 2.52 million gallons per day.
You know, it's the first time in my life that I have really felt that I'm now living in the time of the end.
We are flying blind. We are drilling in the dark. We do not really know the state of the seafloor.
All of the possible tragedies that could come to the earth are happening all at one time in one place on the earth.
The people in the Gulf are in danger of not only their industry and their tourism destroyed and their jobs, but also the danger that the Corexit, which is around 800 to 1 million gallons, they purchase all this dangerous material. And the EPA ordered the BP people to stop using it, and they told them they weren't going to stop.
Corexit is similar to kerosene, but without the smell.
And it's absolutely astounding to me watching what's going on in the Gulf of Mexico and the full implications of what this means, not just for the South, but for the Earth, and the complete collapse, not just of the economy, of the air, of the water, of the seas, of the Earth.
We have heavy crude penetrating our marsh all over the place right now as we speak. They deploy and then they pull them back in when a politician comes in. This is not acceptable. They're not cleaning it up.
It's a political agenda driven by political subordinates who are wrapped up tight with the money and the people and the power in Washington. They are not looking out for the interests of the American people.
We have no idea in the world what is coming now on the earth because we have done something we cannot fix. We finally have done something which is going to cause world chaos.
Are we that dependent upon these banks to just roll over and let them poison our world?
He said, Lindsay, I'm too old to care. Just go ahead and tell the world everything. These people have it planned. They know in advance what's taking place. They control presidents, Congress. They control the money supply. And he said, number one, within 2 years, you will not recognize America. I mean, you literally are going to see some things take place within a 2-year period that is going to impact the life and the dinner table of so many Americans.
Something is killing crops, trees, even weeds, and nobody seems to be able to explain why.
I did ask him to elaborate, and he did. He said, the elite have altered their timeline because you and us, taxpayers, gave the elite approximately $2.5 trillion. during the last few months of the Bush administration. I think Bloomberg probably put it the best whenever they requested of Congress to know where $2.5 trillion went. And the representative of the Federal Reserve appeared before Congress and refused to tell where approximately $2.5 trillion went.
Will you tell the American people to whom you lent $2.2 trillion of their dollars?
It's on our website.
Yeah, okay.
So all that information is available in our commercial paper program.
And who got the money?
Hundreds and hundreds of banks. Any bank or that has access to the U.S. Federal Reserve's discount.
You tell us who they are.
No.
This is a dictatorship. This is a corporate takeover. People have to start understanding that mega corporations are parasitic. They're predatory. This is the most important point. And if we can get this across, we can defeat these people. We're not being conquered by foreign armies. We're being conquered by financial fraudsters. Madoff went to jail. These guys are orders of magnitude worse. In fact, many orders of magnitude. And they get total control.
I mean, these people are laughing at the Americans. And he said, within 2 years, or by 2012, the dollar will be dead. After 2 years, you will be so poor, you will not be able to rebel against the elite. And he said, gold and silver are all that you can rely on. Now, how you want to take that? He said, that's our currency. When I talk with him about paper and Federal Reserve notes, it's almost as if he would laugh. But because they have altered their timeline, inflation will gradually escalate over a period of approximately 2 years, and the dollar will collapse, frog boiling in the pot. They don't want you to rise up in arms. They don't want you to take action. They're going to gradually do this to you. Unless we take action immediately, our children and grandchildren will be relegated forever as slaves to the elite. I go back to the words of Thomas Jefferson, that great man who was one of the founders of this wonderful republic we live in. And he said, rebellion to tyrants is obedience to God. And if ever there's a time, people, that we need to give some definite thought to what you are going to do in order to spare your children and grandchildren, it's right now.